everyone, and welcome to Talking Over Tea. Today we have a vlog of us reading each other's favorite books. So we've wanted to do this for a while because we don't really read each other's favorite books. So we wanted to do that to actually read them. And we also wanted to kind of figure out what our tastes in books are, and we thought this challenge might help us kind of see what the other one likes as well. So I started this challenge off by reading Skyward by Brandon Sanderson.
And I started with Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones.
So I am on my lunch break and I'm about to start Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I've heard a lot about this book when Amelia was reading it, but it never really makes sense when someone tells you about their book and you have no idea what's happening. So I don't really know what it's about, but I'm excited to start it, and Amelia helped me pick out this bookmark to go. I like to pick bookmarks that kind of go along with at least the cover of the book, so this is what I picked, and yeah, I'm excited to start it. So we just went to the library and we got a few books. Amelia got Tainted by Morgan L. Bussey. She's going to try that one out. And I got The Beautiful Ones by Emily Hayes. This is one I had put on hold, so it's exciting to get. It's the second book in the what's it called? In the Knights of Tin and Lead series or trilogy. And it's like a Western kind of fantasy retelling of King Arthur. I really liked the first one. And then I just got Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine, which I don't know what this is, but it's a historical fiction. I just thought it kind of sounded interesting, and one of the characters' name is Maddie. And we got some cookbooks because we are trying to go a little bit more on a healthier diet. So we got Sirocco by Sabrina Gayor, which this is Middle Eastern recipes. And we got The Defined Dish by Alex Snodgrass. And then this one is probably the one we'll mostly use, is 100 Days of Real Food by Lisa Leake. Just had some things that looked pretty good in it. Yeah, we're trying to find recipes that we're gonna actually like but are healthier, so hopefully we'll find some in there. It is time to clean.
We're going to Bible study soon, but we wanted to stop in the bookstore. And what are we doing? Getting inspiration for a video.
That's what we call it.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. Just a hint, this is not inspiration for our next video. which is actually technically coming out before this, so never mind. Where are the pastels? Where are they?
They're nowhere. You could actually. Oh, you do own it. Do you?
Yeah, I
You
do. It's very beat up little copy.
It's Hard Times, your favorite book with that
painting.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a really cool Tale of Two Cities here. It's gone. A sheet game book. Ooh.
Once you start finding them, you find them fast.
We were looking for lamplighter books, but I don't think they have any. I think it was just that one time. Ooh, that looks cool.
Would you buy it?
Look at this.
It's deluxe edition.
I've never even heard of this.
So today is my day off, but Amelia has something this afternoon and I have something this evening. So I want to try to make the most of the morning. So I've just kind of done the few things that I need to do. And I finally got a letter out in the mail. And now I'm going to go make breakfast and do some reading. And I am not that far in it. I'm about a quarter of the way. And so far I've really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I know it's Amelia's favorite, but for some reason that just, I don't know. She acted like I wasn't gonna like it at all. So it's kind of surprising a little bit. But I actually really enjoy the main character, Spinsa, even though she kind of feels like someone, like a main character I wouldn't like just because she's so, I don't know, she's just kind of snarky and stuff. But she's actually been really fun to read about, and yeah, I'm excited to kind of get really into the story because so far she's just gone to the like pilot training and she's just been there for a little while, so I'm excited to see what is going to happen next. So Amelia is at her thing that she had today, and I have just been doing a little sewing, and I don't have to leave for another couple hours, but I think I'm gonna get ready for that. And then I think I'm going to just do some reading. I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more cinematic, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been reading for like 2 weeks, like an actual physical book. I've been listening to like so many audiobooks, but I haven't actually read in so long. So this has been a really good book to get me back into reading. But I just kind of want to make it a little bit more special because it's just been so long and I'm just like out of practice of reading. Like, I didn't think that would ever happen to me, but it definitely has this month. So yeah, I'm still not that far. I'm about a third of the way. It's a pretty long book. It's 500 pages, so it's kind of a lot to start with to get back into reading, but I am definitely enjoying it. I just think that Jorgen and Spence's relationship is just kind of funny. They're just always so mad at each other, but they still have to work together on their team. And yeah, it's just been funny to read, and it is definitely not what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's better than I thought. So I'm gonna go get ready and then do some reading.
So I know I technically should be reading right now because I have a bit of some free time this evening, but it's honestly been so long since I have really taken the time to write and think about my book, and that's just something I've really wanted to do. So I'm going to do that instead of reading right now, but I plan on still getting a good amount of reading in tonight and hopefully finishing Howl's Moving Castle. It's taken me a few days to read, but I'm almost done, and I felt like it's been pretty quick, especially since I've been reading very little these last few months. And just thought I'd update and say that I'm gonna work on my book for a little bit, and I'm excited to spend a little bit of time doing that this evening.
I've got to leave for work soon, but I just started The Light in Hidden Places by Sharon Cameron, and I'm just out here. It's so warm out here right now, and I've got a terrible snack of peanut butter and crackers, but I still don't feel the best. So I'm gonna just read out here for a little bit before I go back to work. Okay, so I am just outside of my work. I have a little bit of time before I have to go because we ran some errands, and yeah, so I'm here a little early, and I just wanted to talk real fast about The Light in Hidden Places. I am pretty close to finishing it, and I've just been this book is so good and so sad. It's just like every time I read it, it's like you have to keep reading the next chapter to find out what's happened, to find out if they're safe or whatever. And oh, it's so sad. It has definitely made me evaluate my life and what I complain about. So that has definitely been a big help, because I'll complain about not wanting to go to work, and then I think, oh man, think about all the things that they had to do, and it's just, oh, it's heartbreaking. But it's really good. I read a book by Sharon Cameron called Rook, and I didn't really like it. The writing wasn't the greatest. The characters are just kind of cringy, and so I was a little bit wary just because I had read something I didn't really like by her, but she did so much better with this book. Like, the writing has been so good. I just haven't wanted to put it down. Yeah, this has been a really good book, so I'm excited to keep reading it, and I'm scared because Amelia said it gets worse, so I hope I can do it. It's gonna get so sad. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little reading and then go to work. Look at this book. We never come here. We should probably come here a little more often.
Yeah, we should. It's not like it's that far. Okay. Oh, this looks like a good copy of Elle Enchanted.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Where I couldn't actually read anything, and I just tried. So I didn't update too much while I was reading Thorn, but I ended up finishing that one last night, and I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not going to say too much, but I'll say a little bit of what it's about. It follows the story of Princess Elira, who goes to leave her kingdom to go to another one because she is betrothed to the prince. But on the way there, she is stopped by someone who switches her identity with her companion, and she becomes the goose girl to this new royal family, and she's very content with this life in the beginning until she realizes that there's so much violence and just injustice happening in this kingdom, and she realizes she has to rule to put a stop to this. So that's the basic plot of the story, and I actually ended up really enjoying it. I won't say too much more though, because I'll talk with Maddie about it later. So I think I'm going to start The Perilous Guard by Elizabeth Marie Pope next, and I'm pretty sure the cover is very deceiving. It's like a 70s cover, so I'm not going to base any thoughts on that yet, and I'm pretty much going in blind because I'm not sure too much of what this is about. I've just heard Maddie talk about it a little bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to starting this one, and I have some ideas of what I think it's going to be like, but I don't know much about what it's actually about, and everything I probably am thinking is not probably accurate. So I'm going to start this one today at some point, and I'm looking forward to starting this one next.
Okay, so it's been a little while since our last update, and Amelia has finished 2 books and I am in the middle of one. So we're just gonna do like our last little wrap up, and yeah, that'll be the end of this vlog. So do you want to talk about your books first?
Sure. So I finished Thorn by Intizar Kanani. I think I mentioned that at some point that I finished it, but I'm gonna share a little bit more of my thoughts now.
I haven't heard anything. She hasn't told me anything about what she liked or if she hated it, so.
And yeah, it's kind of been a while. I really liked it. It was not my absolute favorite book, and I can see why Maddie would like it more. It's definitely more her style, and I think I'm really understanding better what that is. I really liked how unique it was, and how, you know, a lot of the YA norms didn't have to be included in this book. And I also really cared about the characters. I cared about what was happening to them, and even though the main character didn't share her thoughts a whole lot, or you didn't like get to know her all that well, I was still really rooting for her, and I really enjoyed it overall.
I can see you didn't like love it like I did, which I mean I knew you weren't going to.
One weirder thing was the way the story was set up. I got a little like lost. It felt like the climax wasn't very climactic, I guess. It was an interesting ending. I thought it was an interesting idea. I think it showed the main character's desire to prove the goodness that she saw in Kestrin, and how she was willing to go through a lot to do that.
So I started reading Emily of New Moon, and I am about halfway through. I'm really slowly reading this, but I finally kind of got into it a little bit more the past couple days. I've been reading it for a long time. And it has been a while since I've read like a book like this kind of classic children's book. So I was like not really getting into it. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of bored. But I am liking it. Like I know I like it. I was just like not able to get into it. But now that I was like actually spending a little more time reading it than just a few minutes at a time, like I actually enjoyed it more.
I think this is one of those books, it's like where you will enjoy it. Like I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my absolute favorite until the later books, and then it started to have more meaning, and more I related to it more.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. It's just a little bit slower paced. I'm just going through it slower, which is actually probably a good thing. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'll definitely read the next ones because that's the ones that she likes more.
And then I read The Perilous Guard, which I think I just mentioned I was starting, and now I am done. This was very interesting and not really what I thought it was going to be. I was telling Maddie like how in the beginning I've noticed myself like it takes me a good 50 pages to actually start enjoying the process of reading a book, and that really happened with this one. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, I just didn't really feel like reading it. But this follows Kate Sutton, who is sent to live at the Perilous Guard, and she meets Sir Geoffrey and his brother Christopher, and Christopher accidentally lost Sir Geoffrey's daughter, and that's kind of a big plot of this story, is that they're trying to find her, and in doing that, a lot of weird stuff happens. I was so confused and shocked when like this fairy world came into it and she started living with these fairies and
Yeah, it's very weird.
and then so basically like they had to do this big sacrifice of someone to keep the order of the world, and that's why Sir Geoffrey's daughter was taken, but then Christopher ends up being a better candidate for that and they have to save him. And this is a very interesting book. I was really liking it at the beginning, and then I still enjoyed it, but not maybe quite as much by the ending, just because it was a little, I don't know, it was just a little weird.
It's very weird, yeah.
It took a turn that I was not expecting, and it just kind of threw me off.
I think we found out in this challenge that I will probably most likely like what you like, and you will not really like what I like.
I like.
I know, but like in a different way. I just
Yeah.
have a different taste.
Yeah, I enjoyed every book that I read, but definitely not in the same way as Maddie. I definitely not quite as much.
Yeah.
But I've still like enjoyed it and thought it was good writing and good books, but not quite
What you like.
or my style. So I feel like we got a little bit rambly on our thoughts, and I feel like it was very difficult for me to kind of share what I was thinking, but we hope you enjoyed watching us read each other's favorite books and coming along as we talked about them and kind of thought about what it is that we like and don't like. This was a really fun challenge for me, and I'm excited to say that I finally read some of the books that Maddie liked, because I don't think it would have happened otherwise. So we want to thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.